this relates to the wise men in Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. Now, here's how the wise men go, the magi from the east. If you remember the story, they saw what in the sky? A star. And what did they do with that star? They followed the star, and they made their way to the nation of Israel. They wound up talking to Herod, yucky, gross, disgusting, horrible Herod. And they said, hey, we are wise men from the east. So I want you to appreciate that they had been trained, educated, and schooled. So when they saw this unique star, they're like, hey, a newborn king. They were considered wise men, philosophers, magi. They were very well educated. And they didn't come from just across the Jordan River. Some people say they came all the way from Persia, which would be modern day Iran. Now, if you're walking from modern day Iran, and you're walking and making your way by foot all the way to go to Israel, how many of you know that takes a little bit of time? Seriously, that's going to take at least a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. And they wind up and they talk to Herod. Of all the people, I would not announce this to Herod, because Herod is wicked. He personifies dark. And they say to Herod, hey, we're here to worship the newborn king. And Herod's, gets all amped up like, what's going on here? Competition. I'm like, this is a baby. How can that be competition? Okay, whatever. That's crazy in your head. You do you. But these magi, they follow the star. Now you're like, where does this relate to darkness? Well, here's my question for you. Do you see a lot of stars in the daytime? When do you see a star? So, did they walk at night? How are they going to follow the star? Right? I don't know about you, but most of the time I travel in the daytime. Right? Unless I'm going to wherever country and then it's nighttime. Who knows what time it is? It's always messed up for me. But if I take a walk, most of the time I take a walk in the daytime. Sometimes I like to take a walk at night. I think that's actually really pretty cool, and it's a very different experience. But these guys were following a star. How are they going to see the star in the daytime? Maybe they traveled in the daytime and checked the star at night for course corrections. You tracking with me? But maybe they walked at nighttime. And I bring this to your attention because sometimes direction happens when it's very dark. I like the light. It's very helpful. But I also know that there are times and seasons in my life that have been very dark. And in those dark seasons, I have found God directing me and making my path very clear for the contrast. And I think it's interesting because whether we're traveling in the daytime or whether we're traveling at night, God can direct our paths and guide us because Jesus is the light of the world. And so you may have to make decisions. You feel like I don't have enough information. I need to have some more input, and you feel like you're kind of in a dark time. But I want to encourage you that as you continue to press and look into Jesus, He is the light of the world, and He will guide and direct your steps.